Hi. Hi. So this is my look at the two manga books what I unpacked last week and gave like a quick overview of. So it's from a new manga imprint, Kana, Kana, from Abrams Books. Uh, One of them is Manhole, and the other one is Leviathan. Leviathan, they're a larger format. They are £10.99 each, or $14.99, or Canadian dollars 18.99. This is £9.99, £9.99, $12.99, or Canadian dollars 16.99. So first, we'll do the first one. Do the first one first. We'll do this one first. So this is by Tetsuya. I must have butchered his surname. He's a mangaka who's been around for at least 20 odd years. This one is a story from 2004 called Manhole. The artwork, I'm not going to open it up much this one because it is quite grim, and it's a bit of nudity as well. It's definitely adults only. With Kana, all the books are 16 plus each. They're not doing the Shonen Jump style of manga. They are definitely making it just for older teens, very older teens upwards. Um, but again, like I mentioned before, I do like how it's got dust covers. This one features these two. That's the main detective, and that's the inspector who's working with him. And there's an outbreak. It starts with a naked man walking through the town of Sasahara, completely naked, blood on his hands and feet, just mumbling to himself. And he collapses in front of this student and just spews blood in his face. And that's the set where it starts. And then these two get called in to investigate it. The coroner investigates why this person was naked, why he's collapsed, why he died. And he finds these worms in this person's body. He's basically riddled in these worms, and they're coming through his eye and stuff like this. Really grim. And it turns out he's been operated on. There's like electrode imprints on his head, and these worms have been forced into his body for him to digest. And it's a curious blend of like a Mike and Crichton medical thriller with body horror, with kind of like Seven, the film Seven, kind of dark detective. But being some Japanese manga, they do this weird thing where it can be really dead serious, and the next thing is like this slapstick comedy. So it throws you out a little bit with this one. But overall, the story is really good because basically what it's about, it's setting up this big outbreak. It sets the scene in the first book where now this has become airborne. These worms are now being transmitted from that person to that student, to the student's girlfriend, and it shows what happens to the bodies, and it's grim. It's very grim. But it shows that it's just not a natural occurrence. There's somebody behind it all, and there's a deeper plot going through. So it's a really good mystery. There's only going to be 3 books in total, and this is basically setting up the groundwork. It's called Manhole because they discover that the guy was operated on below this manhole. There's a dentist chair and all this operation paraphernalia, and it delves deeper into the mystery. And obviously, the second book will flesh it out more. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's good. It's very dark, but it's dark with a wacky kind of humor in places. The I do like him. He's a really good character. This senior detective. She's very annoying. I think she's meant to be cute, but she's just a pain in the ass. But yeah, I'd give this a 7 out of 10. But it does make me want to try more of his work. It is one of his earlier works, and I think his art improves as he gets older. But saying that, this mangaka's first work, Shiro Kuro, Leviathan. This is bloody fantastic. This is one of the best books I've read in a long time, especially in manga. The art initially, oh, again, flaps, and this one has colour interiors for the first 4 pages. I'd say the first 4 pages, they're really good, really detailed, but it's after you get past the first chapter, because obviously with manga, they're serialized in weekly magazines. So after the first 40 pages or so, there's a huge shift in quality of artwork, and then the artwork just becomes breathtaking. To say this is his or her first work as a mangaka, my God, it's fantastic. This is like Alien meets Lord of the Flies. Basically, what it is, it's this group of teenagers who take them on like this galactic school field trip. They're on this spaceship to visit this other planet as a treat, as a school treat. Um, and there's only like there's a senior teacher and like this student teacher looking after them. And something happens, and they find out that two of the teenagers find out that they're going to crash. You know, they're going to run out of oxygen within 4 hours. And the senior teacher finds out from this. There's like this sentient robot on the ship who like monitors everything, like the caretaker of the ship, and he tells the teacher. And so the teacher was going to escape on this cryopod and leave all the kids and the student teachers to die, basically. And so they try and stop him. A fight in shoes, and he gets killed by this girl. It's not really a plot giveaway; it's more of a plot setup, and that's where it starts. So for initially, she threatens the young lad who she's with to don't tell anybody, keep it secret because nobody needs to know. And he blabs, and so everybody knows, and it becomes like a battle royale. They all real because the student teacher kills herself, and then it's every kid for themselves. Then, and that's where it really gathers steam. And it's bloody, it's brutal, it's definitely adults only. But what's good is the framing device is done with this group of basically like intergalactic thieves who board this ship looking for something to loot. But this is set. The looters who arrive on the ship is set like 20 or so years in the future. No, not 20. It's set a little bit in the future, and so they find this diary what's left by that lad who discovers that teacher betraying them, and so we get introduced to the children's story through this diary, and so you got these parallel storylines going on, and I flew through these. Normally with manga, I'll read one book and then I'll leave a few days to read the other one after when I'm in the mood. But I read both of them in one sitting. I mean, just look at the artwork; it's just gorgeous. It's got some of the most stunning artwork I've seen in either manga, in a Western comic, in 2000 AD, in anything in a long time. It really ramps up the tension from page to page. Like I said, a bit of a slow burn for the first 40 pages, but that's not bad for a book that's 200 pages. And the art, like I said, just advances so much in detail and style. And there's a bit of bonus material to give you backgrounds on the children in the first book. And then the second one, again, just runs straight ahead with all the action. And there's some characters in who the roles are reversed. The predator becomes the prey and vice versa. So the ones who are bullied end up bullying the bullies. Uh, and it's not shying in showing you. But honestly, it's one of the most stunning books I've read in a very long time. It's very, very good value for money. The production quality of the books are next level. This is how every manga book should be. I love, like I said, the dust covers. So you get two covers. You get an interior cover and a dust cover as well. Yeah, so it's basically Alien meets Lord of the Flies meets Battle Royale. So you get these factions on the ship. So you get the ones who are from a certain part of the well, a certain part of a town where they live, sticking together, and the ones who are from a lower class sticking together, and so on. All fighting for food, all fighting for survival, any means necessary. And the girl who witnessed the deception, she's a wackadoodle, but she's got so much of a hold over this young lad as well. And so it's building to a really good climax. Again, there's only another book to go, and I really do highly recommend. Nice bit of aliens technology there. They've got the mechanized exoskeleton, but I really do. I couldn't praise this enough. Again, there's really nice bonus material showing some of the sketch work. This I would give an easy 9 out of 10, and I think if it if it if it really delivers on the final book, it could be a 10 out of 10 for the whole series. It's one of the best finds. I just took a chance on this. I had not got a clue. I didn't even know this publisher existed. Didn't have a clue about it, but I just thought these covers look really appealing, so I thought I'd try it, and I'm so glad I did. So definitely 9 out of 10. Like I said, 7 out of 10 for this one, but the next book could lift it if it improves more. This was more of a ground, just setting the scene, whereas these two just ran with the plot and the art dreaming straight away. Yeah, just fantastic. Even if you're not a manga reader, I think you'll get something from this. If you're a fan of really good dark science fiction, you'll love this. This is it's what's good about it. There's no monsters. The only monsters are the kids themselves. It's humanity. Humanity is the monster in the story, and yeah, really, really pleased with this. So do yourself a favor, definitely buy these, and if you've got a bit of money left over, treat yourself to this. Okay, so with that, I shall say bye. Once I work out how to do this, I can never get this right.